Good morning. Happy Monday. It's me, the BBK, and welcome back to the Bosses Clubhouse. Oh, yes, oh, yes. Good morning. Thank you, Jesus, for blessing us with another day that the Lord has made, and we shall be grateful in it. Honey, Austria is in full lockdown. Now, shout out to JB. She sent me that bit of tea. I did not get a receipt with it, so I don't have the full details. But from what I get from JB, Austria is in full lockdown for the non-vaxxed. So if you didn't eat the applesauce, you should not be moving around uh, in public. You should be at home. Um, and you should stay at home. You shouldn't be moving around. Um, I've always said whatever goes on over there in other countries in terms of this whole mandate situation, it will make its way over here. Now, we do have the courts involved, the Department of Justice involved. They are overturning a lot of mandates. Last week, I got a notification and receipt that the Department of Justice, um, and I think the way it was worded, had a stay on the mandate for businesses that had 100 employees or more. They're not going to be assessing fines to them, allegedly. So we're definitely making some progress over here in terms of the mandates and, kind of slowing down all of the madness. Um, I closed the wrong window. Let's see. I got a couple of receipts back here. Oh, oh yeah. Video. Okay, seemed like I might have been going in and out. I have a full video that I gotta show you guys. I may try to show you tonight. And it's I guess I shouldn't say it's a full video. It's a TikTok video. And it is a Caucasian or pale persuasion man who is in a full bodysuit. I'm talking, he's got the head mask, which comes down and covers uh, the neck and the upper breast area, upper breast area, and he has a full set of titties. Okay, he got it. It covers the head, the face comes down, covers the shoulders, and then got two big perky set of tits, right? And then the second part of the bodysuit starts right a little bit below where the breasts are, which is midriff, the stomach. It starts there and it goes down like a girdle. a girdle, not just a waist trainer. It starts mid waist and it goes down, covers the hips and the coochie area. And so the video starts by showing him fully clothed in a wig, but they weren't trying to um what's the word I'm looking for? Like they didn't have his face fully made up to show, oh my God, she's a pretty woman. It wasn't that. It was just he had on a wig, and it was just to give you the full body illusion that it was a woman, and how the body doubles are put together. So that's what it was. It was to show you how they can give you an illusion that it's a woman, or that it's Bin Laden, or that it's Barack, or that it's Big Mike, or Angelina Jolie, or whatever. It was to show you that they can take a man, put him in a bodysuit, and put these people in public and let you think that you're looking at, Bill Clinton or Andrew Cuomo or whatever, when all along it's little Jimmy from down the block. So that's something that I want to show you. Let's see, what else do I got? Um. Oh yes. So the Department of Justice has also had to get involved yet again over Uber drivers. Now, I did not see anything about Lyft drivers, but Uber drivers have been charging a waiting fee depending on how long it's taking you to get in and out of the car. And this has been assessed mostly to people who have a handicap or disability of some sort. If you have additional apparatuses that you have to use, like for instance, if you are somebody that's in a wheelchair, well, when the Uber driver gets there, you get a notification that he's there. You may be sitting in a wheelchair on the porch, you and your handler. And so then you've got to, when the Uber driver gets there, you've got to be wheeled down to the car, right? Now, the driver's sitting in the car waiting. You've got to be wheeled down to the car, open the door. You've got to be assisted out of the wheelchair into the car. The Uber driver has to pop the trunk. Your wheelchair has to be stored, properly in the trunk space, and then, close the trunk and let you go ahead and, let the driver leave. Good morning, Ra. Hey, babe. So if it takes 2 minutes or more, at the 2 minute mark that he's sitting there waiting, they start the clock, they start charging the fee. So the Department of Justice has had to step in and say, look, you can't do that. If they have a disability or a handicap, it is what it is, and you're going to have to just sit there and wait on them to get in. If you got multiple kids, if he comes to pick you up from the grocery store, you got to, load the car, load your groceries in the car, and things of that nature. Then you got to get to the house, you got to unload. So they were charging a fee, a waiting fee. And so the Department of Justice is also on top of that. They're suing actually Uber. So Uber's really been doing a lot that I think people didn't know about. And it's starting to come to light, and a lot of it's being overturned. Remember, at one point in time, I believe it was last year, they were having to provide insurance for anybody working over 30 hours a week, I believe. And that sounds about right, because that is what the regular businesses were having to do. If a person was working 30 hours or more a week, you had to provide insurance. Whereas in the beginning, insurance was only provided to full-time employees, and those were people who were working 40 hours or more a week. You were considered full-time. Yes, you had to be offered insurance. But if you were a part-time employee, oh well, nothing is offered to you, and there ain't nothing nobody could do about it. But that's since changed. So 30 hours a week, and that's part-time, they still had to offer you insurance. So a lot of things in business and the labor world is starting to evolve, which can be a good thing and could possibly be a bad thing. Let me look. I got some. I had to put stuff in emails. Let's see. Okay. So in oops, sorry about that. Good morning, Golden Vibe. Hey, boo, how you been? So in South Carolina, the teachers, as you are aware, I have some books that we have not gotten back to, but books that they're putting in the kindergarten and in the elementary, and even middle schools, uh, about bodies. They want to teach kids about their bodies and gender related issues, like boys and how they're made up. Basically, the birds and the bees and what your body is. They want you to know that you got little breasts that are going to sprout up to be, well, you got mosquito bites that are going to sprout up to be breasts. And, you got a Vienna sausage that's going to grow up to be a big stick, things of that nature. They are trying to teach the kids about personal space, people invading your space, women kissing women, men kissing men. These are the things that they're putting in school. They're putting actual materials, books and literature, periodicals, and things of that nature in the schools, making the kids aware. And you guys know how I feel on that. That's something that the parents should be teaching their children. And if you are an elementary, kindergarten, wait, preschool, kindergarten, elementary, and middle school, your parents should be teaching you that. That is not nobody else's job. That's the job of your parents or your guardians. But this is what they're doing. And they didn't ask us to vote on it. They didn't ask the public's permission. Hell, to be honest with you, they didn't really tell us this is what they was going to do. We found out because parents and teachers' aides and things of that nature that was in the schools started seeing it and asking questions about it, and found out and started complaining and telling friends and family and neighbors. And people started, raising sand and going down to the school district throwing a fit. That's how we found out about it. So we do have books that we need to finish going over, but some parents in the South Carolina school district went and saw pornography literature in the school. Now, it's a difference between identifying body parts and showing how your body will change as a young person growing up, and the metabolism and just nature's way of metamorphing into a young adult. It's a difference between showing that than showing a sexual interaction with children. Bitch, that's porn, that's sex. And I don't know why y'all thought y'all was gonna get away with that shit. But again, it got to a point to where the Department of Justice had to be brought in. Now let me tell you something about fighting with the school systems. And I think I got a mother, I know Rod's a mother that is well versed in fighting the school system about stuff that ain't right. At the end of the day, kids will grow up. That's true, Golden Vine, that's true. But you don't have to put no ideas in their head as small children. That's very true. They will grow up to do what they're going to do. Um, but remember, in my opinion, I think it's grooming children for what they thought or were planning to come. But here's the thing about fighting a school district. When something is going on in the school that you don't like, it starts almost like in a legal or criminal or court system. You have to start at the local level. You start with the school and you express your dissatisfaction, and you ask, where can you go, who can you talk to about this is not right, we don't agree. Then of course you call your friends, family, and other parents and let them know what's going on. Then you go down to the school district, to the school board. You go down there, you throw a fit. You may end up going to one of the meetings, and then it elevates depending on what they're telling you. If they're not trying to hear what you're saying, if they're not trying to remove the pornography or whatever the case may be, if they're not offering IEPs, or if they're not modifying the classroom for your child who's had an IEP, there are steps you can take to fight that. So these people had to go from the local school down to the school board to the superintendent, and they had to keep going and fight their way until they got all the way to the Department of Justice. Do you understand what I'm telling you? What I'm saying is that nobody in the school system had a problem with the pornography being in the school. Showing a little girl what her titties gonna look like in 2 or 3 years is nothing compared to sexual interaction. That's you done crossed the line. You out of order. It shouldn't be no pornography in no schools. None. That's K through 12. Shit, K through 18. You shouldn't have no pornography in no schools at all. Why? Because number one, pornography is illegal in any state within the United States. So schoolhouse is not a place for it. But the parents fought and fought until they had to take it all the way to the Department of Justice. When you get to the Department of Justice, you don't reach the top. You don't reach the top. I think they need the parents to raise their kids how they want. Don't force it on parents. That isn't okay. It's not okay at all. Hey, chill out. It's not. It's not. It's not. No, you're absolutely right. I agree with you 100%. Golden vibe. It's not right, and that's part of the problem. And we've been telling you since last year that they are making changes within the educational system. They're not asking your permission. They're not asking us to vote. Again, they're not even notifying you that they changing stuff. And in my opinion, you prepping these kids, you over here on the left side hollering about you fighting human trafficking and sex trafficking. On the left hand side, you claiming you fighting and you putting up joint task force to do all the things. But bitch, on the right side, you done put it in the school system. Which one is it? Are you gonna make it be illegal? Or are you gonna prep them to get trafficked? Are you gonna prep them to get touched? Now it's okay. I don't have a problem with you putting transgender and what's the other people? The other people, the people that dress like women, drag queens and transgenders in the kindergarten to read story time to the kids or to, talk to them about real life situations or personal space. That's fine, but you even need to use tact when you do that. We've watched the videos of the cross dressers going into the school, and the man sitting there in a looking like a little Red Riding Hood in a little dress with flowery cruffles at the bottom. He's sitting in a kid chair where his knees come above his waist and his dingling showing through the bottom of the dress. Now you got a child sitting there looking like, well, damn, he looked like a woman. He got long hair like a woman, but he got a mustache on his face. Well, he got titties like a woman, but he sound like a man. He got on a dress like a woman, but I see his little thing in between his legs. We're talking about kids 4 and 5 years old. You got to have some tact. I was uncomfortable with sex ed being taught in high school. I couldn't imagine how a child feels. Hey, exactly. Chill out. Exactly. The reason I said that was because it may help one kid, but it may affect the next. Oh, okay. That's why I said parents trust. Yeah. I feel you. I feel you. They're grooming these kids to be. There you go. Chill out. That's what I feel. That's what I feel. And I could be very wrong, but that's just how I feel. You grooming these kids. Now you done took the critical race theory out of the school and you've actually decided to prosecute any parent that don't like it. If you're upset about them taking Black history accomplishments and things out of the school system, bitch, you can be mad at home. Mm-hmm. You can be mad in the quiet confines of your house. Because if you bring your ass to the PTA meeting, if you bring your ass down to the teachers and parent night, if you take your ass down to the school meeting with the school board and start talking shit about how you feel about them taking out the critter, bitch, you're gonna be arrested. Now that's where they at with it. They don't give a damn what you think about it. It ain't. It is what it is, and it's done. And don't talk about it again, which is pretty much overall what they're doing to us. And we've been talking about censorship. It's more than just censorship. They low key trying to remove our freedom of speech. If you think about it, and freedom of speech was just the beginning. It's a lot of constitutional rights that I don't want to say we had because according to the books, we still have them, but in reality, they're not allowing us to use them. So I'll say it's a lot of written constitutional rights that are still on the books, but they're not allowing us to practice. And we as a people need to be aware of this. Look, you can't turn a blind eye or a tone deaf ear to this mess that's going on. Because not only are you hurting yourself, but you're hurting future generations to come. Your kids, your grandkids. It's something that you got to get involved with. If you don't got no kids, guess what? It don't mean that you ain't got something to say. It don't mean that you shouldn't take a stand. You still got to take a stand for other people, kids who can't. For parents, do you know how many parents out here who are illiterate, who didn't finish sixth grade, but they got kids and grandkids? Some of them even got jobs and go to work. Can't read a kindergarten book. Can't get through the 26 letters in the alphabet. So some people don't have the proper comprehension skills and analysis skills to understand that we in danger. So it's not just about it's your fight, not mine, because I don't have kids. No, bitch, it's everybody's fight. And the same way it take a village to raise a child, it take the village to protect the children. Reason I said that was I saw that. Sorry, they're grooming these kids to be familiar with sexuality stuff. No, it's not at all. It's not at all. And look, see, the fights started out with kids who needed help, special needs kids, or kids that just needed a little extra help in learning, a little extra help, somebody to spend a little extra time with helping them to understand. Everybody don't learn at the same pace. Everybody don't grow at the same pace. Some kids need a little extra help. And they brought in the IEP test. And IEP is, oh, excuse me, y'all, is testing to see if the test will reveal that you need a little extra help, that you need a little assistance. Some kids need to sit at the front of the classroom so that they can have a straight view to the chalkboard, to the teacher, to whatever is being taught in class, so that it can reduce the number of distractions. Some kids need somebody to sit next to them and help break down what's being said or what's being shown on the chalkboard. It's a lot of different things that come with an IEP. And do you know that there are some school systems and school districts that don't even explain to people that is the case? See, if your kids, I don't give a damn if they in the 8th grade, the 10th grade, the 6th grade, if they haven't been bringing home good grades all their life, this is something that should have been presented to you as a parent. I'm talking a phone call, a letter, we need to meet, come down, let's talk about what's going on with your child. If the parent is not reaching out to you, telling you it's a problem, that maybe you need to have an IEP so they can see what they can do to help you learn, it's something that you as a parent or a grandma or an auntie, if you're taking care of a child, it's something that you need to recognize and be like, well, damn, why you can't get good grades? See, sometimes it's not just that the child needs a little extra help. Sometimes the child hasn't been groomed on proper homework techniques. Sometimes it's not the child's fault. Sometimes it's the parents' fault. Because, see, some parents let the kids come in from school, go out and play, come in, eat dinner, take a bath, and go to bed. Y'all don't even do no homework with the kids. Look, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Some parents don't do it. So that now it make both of y'all be on the slow side. One don't care, don't give a damn, and the other one ain't never been groomed that this is what you need to do. You're learning at school with the teacher where you get help, but now you need to come home at night and practice again. And you got me here to help you if you need more help. These are things you got to be aware of. Listen, the rules of the game are changing. The players ain't changing. The game is changing. And if you're not keeping up, you're going to get left out. If you're not keeping up, your kids are going to suffer. Because at the rate we're going into this, I hate to say it, into this new world, if you ain't been keeping up, if you ain't been keeping score, number one, we losing as a black society. Number two, if you ain't contributing something, if you ain't got something to bring to the table, we're not taking you into the new world. They need to allow parents to choose. It feels like they're doing the same thing. They've taken your right to choose away with the shot, but I got something to tell you. See, y'all know I'm in jail right now. And I should have known better. I should have known when it didn't give me a link. I should have known not to post it. But I was so overwhelmed. I was so excited that the news broadcast, OAN, was talking about the ingredients in the applesauce. Hey, Backwoods Bama. Good morning, love bug. Same destination, but with a different route. There you go, Golden Valley. Let me tell you about how I got in jail. I told some, but I see some fresh faces, so I'm gonna repeat it for you. I'm in jail for a week because OAN did a news broadcast on the on the telly and was talking about mononucleotides and luciferius and all of these high-tech science and biology ingredients. It didn't mean nothing to me. I didn't know what that shit meant. They was breaking it down, telling you how it affects your body, what it does to your DNA, how it affects this, what it does that, it stop this from working, it make this happen and do all of the things. They was explaining this. And then they went on to tell us about what is going on in our kids' bodies who are wearing these masks every day, all day in school. Well, Google didn't like that. They don't want you to know the truth. See, I don't know if anybody that's been here with me since last year, y'all remember I showed a video. Well, it wasn't a video, excuse me. It was a document, a declassified document. Remember when they first released Hillary's emails last year? And I told y'all it was going to take me 2 years to go through all of those emails. And one of the hot topics in those emails was Steve Jobs' medical history. Yes, we had his medical history. We had his medical files. And we know that he didn't pass on from cancer. We know it was he passed on from the alphabet letters, right? So in those documents, they were talking about Xinhua and the Wuhan lab and how they were making variants and how the Killer Pete was being changed and how it was being morphed into something more potent. Yes, see those that was in the emails last year, but they make y'all believe that the variants and stuff popped up this year. No, bitch, all this shit is man made. So we got the emails from the scientists to their bosses or whoever it was they was answering to, telling them the ingredients of what they were using, and a lot of these were biology words that didn't reference anything to me. But then I found the main summary sheet that said that they were splicing Killer Pete with HIV. So now guess what? Damn, should I put it up here? I better not put it up here till I'll show y'all when I get out of jail. I need to keep one channel active at all time. I ain't gonna show you now. I'm a little hesitant. I'm gonna follow my first mind, but I will be bringing you a receipt that explains to you these variations of Killer Pete have modified not only your mRNA and your DNA and your mononucleotides and all of the things in your body. Not only are they're causing your natural immunities to not work again. Your body has a self-fighting warrior system that fights off infectious things. All of that's getting broke down, getting weakened to where you can't fight off a common cold by yourself. Not only that, but now some of those variations are causing you to have, damn, let me look at the word again because I ain't going to give you the letters. Oh, wait, I got to go back. Hang on. Let me go back. Where to go? Where to go? I just had it. Are you kidding me? I just had it. Ah! Okay. Let me just get it together. So now it's causing the body to have, and my words might be wrong, but pay attention to the first letter of the alphabet. Acute immunodeficiency syndrome. Pick up them first letters. Acute immunodeficiency syndrome. Catch that T. Now let me get out of jail and I'll bring you that receipt. Mm-hmm. I'll bring that to you. See, that played a little part of me going to jail. Mm-hmm. That played a little part of me going to jail. I'm in jail and YouTube jail right now on the main page because I put it on the freaking community wall. I started to appeal it, but then they broke it down that it was considered medical misinformation, and I knew that they were after whole channels who went against the vaccine or its ingredients. I just when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, oh my God. And it wouldn't give me a link. Then I was like, F this, I'm going to put the video up there and I'm going to put it up for just my members only. So I thought. But the nano boss said, oh no, bitch, you in violation. You in violation. By the time Rockwell, shout out to Rockwell, by the time Rockwell could tell me, nah, BBK, don't do it, take it down, it was like, nah, bitch, you popped. We got you. It ain't no taking down. It ain't no reversing. We got you. Yeah, you can sit down for about a week. It's all good though. I was pissed off. I started to come over here and put it up. She had to calm me down, tell me, nah, we need one channel. Damn, we need one channel active. So, but yeah, as soon as I get out of jail, don't worry. I'm gonna bring it to you over here. But I won't play the video. I will bring you the written receipts. Yes. So, and I know it seemed like, every time we get to talking about this applesauce, it seemed like I'm trying to discourage you from taking it. I ain't gonna lie, I am. I am. But it's not as straightforward as me trying to discourage you. It's me educating you as to what's in it. Because, see, people should already be asking questions. How can you tell me as a civilian that I have to take it to not only keep myself safe, but to keep the rest of America that I'm moving around amongst safe? But yet you tell your Centers for Disease Control employees that they don't have to take it, they're exempt. You tell the World Health Organization, oh no, you're exempt, you don't have to take it. What what does that mean? That means it ain't as serious as you think. That means you really don't have to take it. See, you can't pick and choose who have to take the vaccine. And here is the real kicker. If you really wanted to feed the kids bullshit and you wanted them to swallow it and not pick up dust, make a big fuss about it, then what you guys should have did is put together a couple of cases of placebos
and put those cases in the CDC and in the World Health Organization uh, 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 areas, so that when you televise giving them the shot, they ain't really getting what you giving the rest of the world. They getting the sugar water, whatever the hell it is. They getting the fake shot. You know, the same way y'all gave the fake commander in chief a fake shot on national TV. And the next time y'all see him in what looks like the Oval Office or whatever it is, I want you to make sure you look at that window. Look out the window. See, a fake commander in chief can't come in the Oval Office. They're not allowed. If you ain't real, you can't sit with them. They got a little place across the street. They done created a stage and they made it look just like the Oval Office. To make it look like he's sitting in the White House signing papers. But now I can certainly understand when they say body double. And every video, some videos, they have the mask from the neck up. So a lot of times, a lot of movement, the tightness of the shirts and the ties and the jackets, rubbing and scooting around, sometimes it causes that mask to get loose. But every time you see what you think is a loose mask, is not necessarily a loose mask. It can be loose skin. Because the video that I will show you later on tonight shows that the mask goes all the way down across the shoulders and down the chest area. So there can be a person in a bodysuit that you can't tell from the neck that it's a mask. And again, I'll show that to you. I don't believe everything I see. I scrutinize everything. Some things I do be like, oh damn, you can tell. Some things be like, nah, or like why? Well, what So what? What make this person? Because there is a transgender. Damn, I forgot what her position is. They got the first transgender. I don't know. Is she a colonel or a general or something? I don't know what she is. Um, Somewhere in the military, and they tried to make it a big issue, and then she showed up with bad skin, loose skin, and they were saying, oh, it's a double. And I'm like, okay, so they killed her, and what was the advantage? What I don't get it. What's the narrative? What's the big deal? They killing a lot of them. They putting their body doubles out here on a good portion of them before the world go crazy finding out that all of these people have been executed. I didn't really get an understanding, so I wasn't really, pressed, so to speak, on that particular individual. But it's definitely a lot of information being put out, and it's steady coming. Now, if you pay attention, a lot of the major celebrities that's got to take their turn at the down there at the hanging site at the guillotine. A lot of them got their houses up for sale. It's almost a 2-page list of people, of celebrities whose homes are up for sale because they about to get ready to get up out of here. Whether they going to prison for life or whether they going to meet their maker, they got to go. So anyway, I just wanted to bring that little bit to y'all this morning. Y'all have a wonderful Monday. Be blessed, stay safe, and stay prayed up. Prayer changes things. Shout out to all of my bosses, my cave dwellers, my street runners, to the Boss Replay Gang. Shout out to the supporters, subscribers, allies, haters, and ops. Y'all take care. God loves you, and so do I. I'll holler at you later.